Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bailey. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content at Bailey.s Stewart. Today's video is a Lazuli review of their new collection dropping, Scrunch Seamless. So these are not the Scrunch Sculpt. No under-glute ribbing, under-glute compression. This is definitely a more simple design. If you don't like the compression at the thighs, you'll probably like this. This is launching March 21st at 7 p.m. GMT, which I believe is 2 p.m. EST. I think I'll have all the time zones right here on the screen so you don't miss out. Code Bailey will save you 10% off your order. It does help support me, so if you do use my code, please let me know so I can personally say thank you. It helps me keep these reviews coming for you guys. And if you do use my code, make sure to screenshot and enter my monthly giveaway. I combined February and March together, so make sure to enter there for a chance to win some gift cards, a care package. Yeah, let's just get on into the review. 5 colors dropping in the new Scrunch Seamless Essential. So again, a completely new legging. This is not the same as the Scrunch Sculpt. So it does not have the thick ribbed compression around the glutes. It does have a scrunch. The material is a little bit different. I got a small and extra small to compare, and again, I'll pop side by sides. So when you first put these on, they are snug. They are compressive. You're kind of like, should I have sized up? But I will say, after wearing it, because I did bring my blue shorts to Texas with me, and I wore it all day, and then I tried it back on when I got home, and it didn't feel nearly as snug as when I first put it on. So I do think this material does stretch out. So if you're someone and you like a snug fit, I would stick to your normal size. I wouldn't say size down, because even when stretched out, I don't feel like I need to be in a smaller size. I would just say, if you are debating sizing up, just keep in mind that I do feel like it does stretch out. The waistband does. I feel like the leg area does. So just keep that in mind. I got an extra small in most of the colors, and then a small in the charcoal gray to compare. So I want to quickly go through all of the colors. So I keep calling this charcoal gray, whoopsie daisy. This is carbon gray. And again, I will do color comparisons, but this is carbon gray, so it's just a dark gray. In certain lighting, it does have a slight hint of green to it, which I notice a lot of their grays do. It is marl. All of the new ones are marl, just like how the Scrunch Sculpt is marl. And then we have Dusty Olive, which is a darkish green, army green kind of, again with marl in it. And then we have Greige. This honestly might be my favorite, or mineral gray. So I really like this one. It's this nice light brown with like almost like darker brown, goldish like marl to it. Greige. We have mineral gray, which is this light cream, and then it has these brownish gold marl in it. I have powder blue, which is this light blue. So again, very similar to like glacier blue. I feel like, and I'm really hoping that we get some bright colors, because their color palette has been very disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. We have been wanting brights forever, and I'm not kidding, they give us the same colors every launch. I've had to dye my own Scrunch Sculpt, like dye the bone gray, to get some variety in colors, and I feel like that right there should let the team know that something's gotta change, because people shouldn't be, you know, buying the gray just to dye a different color, because we can't get any reds, we can't get purples. Where are the oranges, where are the yellows, where are the greens? Like, besides this type of green, like, we're so sick of neutrals. I'm a little nervous, like, yeah, hopefully brights are on their way, because I genuinely do not think that it's a smart business idea if they drop another launch of neutrals, and I'm a little nervous that V-Seam 2.0 are gonna be in neutrals. Don't get me wrong, I love neutrals, but like, it's summer. Most brands are doing bright colors for spring and summer, and variety. Like, we have no variety. We have 50 shades of the same neutral colors with one pop of blue. That's all they give us. For brights, they say, here, have a blue. We want reds, we want purples, greens, oranges, yellows. give us the whole dang rainbow, please. Because if I see another brown or another dark greenish gray, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, I just had to mention that because I know I'm not the only one feeling that way. And if anyone from the team Lazuli is watching, we beg you, please give us some colors. They will sell out, I promise. They will sell out. Now for material, it is a slick, I guess it is soft, but how I would describe it to me is more slick. It's not like Amplify soft. It's not that soft fluffy feel like Amplify. It is a slick fabric, and I would say it's kind of similar to the Scrunch sculpt part of like this, the glute area and right here, not the ribbing material, but where the glutes don't have that compression. I feel like it is very similar, maybe a little bit stretchier and slicker, but very, very similar. So if you have a pair of the Scrunch sculpt, it's probably gonna feel most similar to right here, just without the thick ribbed compression detail. Design most reminds me of Alphalete Amplify. It's got a scrunch. It has a 2-tiered waistband, so not 3-tiered like Amplify. So this is still not snatching me as well as Amplify. I don't think any pair of legging will snatch me as well as a 3-tiered tapered waistband. This waistband does not really taper in. Again, when first putting it on, I was like, oh, this kind of feels more snug than the Scrunch sculpt waistband, which we love. But then after time, it kind of stretches out, I feel like, and it becomes basically the same as the Scrunch sculpt waistband. Honestly, after looking, looks a little bigger. But I feel like when on, it feels the same. Like it doesn't feel any bigger than my Scrunch sculpt, but overlay, it looks to be that way. I feel like a lot of people have been asking for a more snatched waistband, more tapered in waistband, and they have kind of improved some of the Scrunch sculpt, but still not to the degree that I feel like we need. I feel like the waistband kind of makes sizing really tricky, because I feel like I know a lot of my Discord girls, that is like their main complaint. The waistband is not fitting them in. You okay, Kika? I don't know. But yeah, I think the waistband should have tapered in more. It should have been more snatching. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint. But when you first try these on, they're gonna be snug. You're gonna be like, oh, but then they stretch out. I would not stress it. I will say this part's still kind of like a little snug. Like this is the main thing I really had to like pull the seams at. But that was the main thing. So the scrunch is shorter, and I know that was a complaint as well from some of my Discord girls, that the scrunch was too long. So this scrunch is shorter. So this is the Scrunch Sculpt Scrunch, and then this is the new Scrunch Seamless Essential. So it has been shortened. Now, one thing I'm a little confused about is I feel like in the videos, this part right here was like going white. And I feel like Kate and Sarah had mentioned something about that, but in like inside out, like I don't really see anything white, you know? It's just the kind of like amplified seamless like design, rib design, where it kind of comes to a point. But on the inside, there's nothing there. There's like not any extra thick fabric. So I'm not really sure why it was going white on people, because I'm not seeing that here. Gusset is just your normal gusset, very similar to the Amplify gusset. The lighter colors definitely are more sheer. You can kind of see the sticker. Lighter colors are more sheer, but I do think sizing up will help. But just keep in mind, if you do size up, the waist might just sit there. It might not snatch, might not have any tummy control. It might literally just be some fabric on your waist. But I stick with extra small because, again, I do like the waistband to snatch me. And I will say the Lazuli waistbands are nowhere near as compressive as an Amplify waistband, but the leg part is the most compressive part. Waistband extra small straight across is like 10.5. The small was 11. And then the waistband for like the bottom of the gusset to the top of the waistband, I believe, was 9. And And then I believe the scrunch was like 2 inches. And then the inseam was 8.5 on these. So if you are someone where you don't like bikers, you like the short shorts, you might want to pass on these because they are longer than these Scrunch Sculpt bikers. Those are 7.5 and these are 8.5. So yeah. That is the difference. Here there's the Scrunch Sculpt bikers and then the new. I will say you can easily pull them up, but then again, you'll get a little bit of bunching look. So, but that is the main difference. But again, design-wise, kind of like the Scrunch Sculpt, but without the rib compression. The waistband is, the waistband also, this one, the Scrunch Sculpt, doesn't have any tiers to it. It's just thick ribbed band, vertical ribbed. I will say the waistband feels a little bit thicker in the Scrunch Sculpt than in the new Scrunch Seamless, but this one is 2-tiered. There's not a lot of tummy control happening. Again, I do feel like the waistband needed to be tweaked, needed to come in a little bit more. They're not as flattering as Scrunch Sculpt. Just putting that out there. They're not going to be as flattering as the Scrunch Sculpt just because that does have the thick compression that lifts the cheeks. But I would say they're equally as flattering as my Alphalete Amplify. The waistband on the Alphalete Amplify, I will say though, it does snatch me more. But I feel like glute-wise, equally as flattering. And then you've got the minimal logoing happening, and we'll try these on, do the sticker test, but this is a lighter color, so it did not pass, but I would still feel comfortable doing legs in these wearing a nude thong. If you have a tattoo though, you might see it. Okay, so here are the powder blue extra small Scrunch Seamless Essential Shorts. Again, I feel like I prefer the extra small over the small, and I'll do it side-by-side comparisons. But the waistband, while it's still not as compressive as an Amplify waistband, I feel like there is a little bit of tummy control, whereas in the small, there is no tummy control whatsoever. And I do have a lot of extra fabric, whereas in the extra small, I don't. And again, I just personally prefer a snug fit. Also because it does kind of stretch out the more you wear it. I think over time, the small just would have been really baggy, and I just wouldn't have ended up wearing it. I also noticed that the waistband kind of gapes when you go down. Not as bad as in the extra small, but it is happening, or not as bad as in the extra small as the small, but it is still happening in both. Whereas I don't get that in the Scrunch Sculpt, so I'm not sure what's going on. I definitely, again, think that they should have made the waistband tighter. It should have come in 100%. Hopefully, if they ever release these again, they will take note of that, hopefully, and bring it in, because I do think that would stop that issue from happening. And as you can see, you can slightly see it. In a small, it'd probably be better, but again, I just don't like the fit of the small at all. I'd still do legs in these comfortably, wear nude thong, but if you have a tattoo, you're most likely going to see it. And again, it doesn't have that ribbed compression under the glutes, so it's not like really lifting like in the Scrunch Sculpt, but I do feel like it is still flattering. I love bikers because you're able to get the fabric kind of like under here and give that line under the glutes. Again, it still has scrunch, so I would say it's equal to like my Amplify flattering wise, but again, it still doesn't have that compression. But if you didn't like the compression in the Scrunch Sculpt, you might now like these. But I do feel like the waistband needs to be tweaked. Lengthwise though, because it's a slicker material, it does kind of slide, but not as bad when sizing up. And I do still feel like it's at a really comfortable length for me. Like I don't feel like I need to pull these down or readjust. I don't feel like cheeks are out. I'm also not getting camel, but I am getting, again, the fabric kind of like bunching right here, which gives like a little bit of the bobby crotch. Okay, and then we have the Dusty Olive shorts. So sizing is a bit inconsistent when like flat lay. Look at the they're all extra small. I feel like fit's pretty consistent. I mean, Gray's is the next one that's running big, but Mineral Gray and Dusty Olive look to be the same. But again, if that's how much it stretches out after wearing, that's insane. Length, let's see. Okay, all lined up. Length is a little inconsistent as well. The blue is running to be the biggest. which I feel like is pretty accurate because I know that even in the scrunch sculpt, the lighter colors usually tend to run bigger than the darker. And I would say that's same for this as well. Dark olive, again, has marl to it, has the 2-tiered waistband. Doesn't taper in again as much as like an Alphalete Amplify waistband, which I will compare. But I just want to show for reference the difference between the two. So again, Lazuli waistband is a little bit bigger and isn't tapering in like Amplify, but I would say thickness is the same. Just this one again is 2-tiered, not 3-tiered. Height, sorry, it's like probably 0.5 difference. Like very, very small difference. Again, the Amplify ones do snatch you a lot better. And then we will do the sticker test, but the darker colors are a lot more squat proof than the lighter. I would gladly do legs in these, do some RDLs and feel completely fine. And then we have Grayish, which again is growing on me. I really, really like this color. Even when you want to mix and match with Mineral Gray is super cute. So Grayish is like this very warm, light brown, creamy color with these darker brown, almost gold little marl flakes in it. I really, really like this color. I know I'm sick of neutrals, but I will say I feel like these two are really good neutrals. I will say, because I'll get a lot of use out of this color for sure. The shading in the back that comes to a point. Then you've got the shorter scrunch. So if you do have shorter glutes, shorter crackling, I do think you will like these. The gusset, no front seam. I don't really get middle line in these at all, but sometimes I do get the like Barbie crotch, the V outline, which doesn't bother me, but I do want to let you guys know. The darker colors, and even some of the, like this one, I would say is cellulite friendly. Like I don't feel like you can see my cellulite in these, and I feel like because of the marl, it makes it less noticeable as well. These are longer than, again, these scrunch sculpt. I would say again, yeah, if in between or if you don't like a snug fit, you can size up. But I would say stick to your normal size, and if it feels a little snug when you first put it on, give it time, it will stretch out, because again, the smalls, I'm noticing that the back waistband when squatting is gaping, and the waistband just doesn't have enough compression for me in the smalls. And again, the leg part, which is compressive, does stretch out, and now I feel like it fits great after wearing for a while and working out in. Material again is that slick fabric. Honestly feels a little bit thicker when holding than like Amplify, but the lighter colors, I would say they're both sheer. We'll try these on, do the sticker test. Okay, so here is extra small grayish. Again, right here is more compressive than the waistband, and I think that could be potentially what's causing the gaping in the waistband when you squat. Put the Buff Bunny sticker in. You can kind of see it in this color. When standing, I feel like you'd be fine. Even if you had a tattoo, you'd very faintly see it, but it's not terribly noticeable. So I'd still comfortably do legs in these. Again, I also feel like the darker colors, and because of the marl, these are cellulite friendly. I think the one that you might see it in is mineral gray or powder blue. It doesn't bother me, but I do know it bothers some people, so I did want to mention. We have mineral gray, again, one of my faves. I love a light color, makes the glutes look so good. I do wish they would have dropped a shorter inseam along with this. While I do like this inseam, I'm a biker girl through and through. I know a lot of people don't like bikers, and so I feel like I know a lot of people probably will not snag because they want a shorter inseam. These are again 8.5, and I feel like most people, when it comes to bikers, like 7.5. So I do think they should, hopefully soon they will add a shorter inseam. Like we need a 5 for the girls who do want a shorter option. I really want a scrunch sculpt, or even this, like the seamless in like in a full length top, not a tank. I don't want a tank, but like a short sleeve or a long sleeve. And then I think scrunch sculpt would be the best one to do it, because then you could have that tape, like that thick compression at the waist that just snatches you. Put me on the design team. Anyways, this is mineral gray, a color that you will be able to pair with so much. Pretty much every brown shade you can pair with this, because again, it's got that brown marl, brownish gold flakes of marl in it. It's definitely going to be probably equally as sheer as the powder blue, because it is a lighter color. So if you have a tattoo and you don't want it, like you don't want to see it at all, maybe snag a darker color. Mineral gray, and I didn't get a chance to work out in these, but I have worked out in like the blue, like the other leggings. But so because I haven't worn these much, they are more snug, so they haven't quite stretched out yet. But I feel like these are definitely flattering. I feel like they're worth it. The bikers I definitely gravitate more to than the leggings, because I just feel like, because you can get that extra fabric under the glutes, kind of have that like fold, it just makes the glutes look even better. Again, I still feel like, I feel like they're like same level of flattering as like the Navigation Scrunch or the Amplify Scrunch. The material is just a little different. The waistband isn't as snug as, again, like an Amplify 3-tiered band. But again, still slick material, but because this one fits a little bit more snug, I do really like, or the waistband definitely feels like it's snatching me more, but again, I do know that it probably will stretch out, unfortunately, over time. But this material is, I feel like, a lot sturdier than like an Alphalete Amplify, so I wouldn't really worry about this pilling at all. I throw it in my dryer and I don't think it would pill. Again, 8.5 inseam, but it does kind of ride up, which kind of equals, it's like a 7.5, but it still never rolls up to the point where it's like booty shorts. So I do like this length. I just feel like they should have had like a shorter inseam for those that don't want something this long. If someone tries to like roll it up, they're just gonna get a bunch of bunching fabric. Pop the sticker in. So if you have a tattoo, you will probably see it in this color. But I mean, the fact that this is such a light shade and it's not like crazy sheer, I feel like is pretty good. Because like it's nowhere near sheer as like the Alphalete Amplify Citrus Frost. So if you're wearing a nude thong, I would still comfortably do legs. I would RDL in these. But again, I am still having a bit of the gaping in the back. That's the main thing I'm not liking, which I feel like they need to tweak if they want to bring these back. Hopefully that gets fixed. There are no details on this at all, no glute contouring, just a much more simple design. Okay, so here are these small shorts. So again, this part right here is not too bad. It's still quite compressive. I am getting extra fabric, but the waistband is just sitting there. It's not really snatching me. There's not much tummy control. It's just a thicker band just kind of sitting there. I do feel like I could still do small, because again, I feel like if in between in these you can size up for someone who doesn't want it to be super snug. You might like the fit of this, but for me, I just want the waistband to actually be doing something, because I know you're probably gonna have to like pull these up a little bit more, and the waistband does gape in these small. Sizing up might create those issues in these. It does help with sheerness though, and again, I feel like the marl in it makes it a little bit less noticeable if a color is sheer. Bigger, they roll a little bit more. I don't feel like my extra small roll that much, but I'm noticing in the small, the more I move, it does kind of like slide up. Again, it's a slicker material that does slide. I do feel like it is pretty moisture wicking. Like I don't feel like it showed any sweat. If it did, I feel like it would dry pretty quick though. I wouldn't worry about this material pilling. Stickers in, right there, right here, a little RDO. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty dang squat proof, especially in the darker colors. Like you can't really see. But again, the small, like, there's just too much fabric for me. And like, again, the waistband just doesn't do anything. It does slide more. Overall, I like these scrunch shorts. Again, I just wish that they had different inseam options and the waistband kind of tapered in a little bit more. But I do find these equally as flattering as my Amplify, and I would spend my own money on them. I would definitely buy these two and the blue for sure. I do feel like the shorts are a little more flattering than the leggings. Something about bikers just make the glutes look so dang good. I also want to note that I feel like the scrunch feels a little bit more like noticeable than the scrunch sculpt because it's longer. I don't know, something about it just, you feel that it's there. So, but it doesn't bother me, that's the only thing. Next we have leggings. And the legging inseam is 25. I got carbon gray in a small. The leggings I feel like run a little bit more snug than the shorts. So I do think in the leggings you can size up, but I want to keep in mind, like, if you do size up, the waistband might be a little too big, because this is the difference between the extra small and small waistband wise. So the waistband just sits there. It doesn't do anything. It's not snatching me. There's no tummy control. And then it's also gaping in the back. So when I squat, there's literally, like, it's gaping, which I really don't like. But the leg area is still snug. The leg area fits like how an extra small should be in the small, but the waistband's just too big. So I feel like sizing is definitely off. The extra small, the waistband's good. I definitely feel like the extra small waistband fits more snug than the extra small shorts. But I'm, again, still getting a little bit of gaping. I feel like if they made the back waistband higher and brought it in by like an inch, it would be a much better. Okay, so here's the small carbon gray leggings. And the leg part is still quite snug. Like, the leg part is how I would expect an extra small, like a true extra small, to fit, but then the back and the waistband are so big that I would not want to work out in, because I just know I'd have to keep pulling it up, and like there's no compression. So like, look at that, like the back is literally just hanging there. I don't like the small for that reason. However, the leg area is still tight. Again, the waistband just needs to be tweaked, because I definitely prefer the shorts over the leggings 100%. We'll put the sticker in. The darker colors are pretty squat proof. Sticker. Oh, that's gonna bother me. This is again the dark olive, which I got in an extra small 25 inseam. It hits like right at my ankle, but if you try to pull it in the cheeks, it does become a little bit shorter. The darker colors I feel like are running a bit more snug. Definitely feels snug right here. Like, it's quite tight when I try and like raise my legs. Stickers right there. The front of the knee, the back of the knee, that's where it's like, I need to stretch it out a bit. And I feel like because it's so tight right there and in the glutes, it's kind of pulling the waistband down, especially since the waistband really doesn't have much compression. Again, it's still a thick two-tiered waistband, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like I don't have gaping in my scrunch sculpt. So for that, I definitely prefer my scrunch sculpt. I also feel like it's more flattering on the glutes. The biker shorts are more flattering than the leggings, 100%. I just feel like the leggings aren't as flattering. Shorter scrunch than Amplify and even the scrunch sculpt. So for the girlies that like the short scrunch, I do think you will like that change. No front seam, but it does have a gusset. I don't get any middle line, however, I do get this Barbie cards, which I get in every seamless. Inseam is 25. It's pretty good. I feel like it comes like right at my ankle. Waistband in the shorts and the leggings are inconsistent. Mineral gray and the blue I feel like are running the biggest. And then we have mineral gray, which again is the light cream. the glute area was in like the thigh, like the whole leg part was definitely compressive, definitely snug. The back should have come up higher. Been squatting, it's gaping in the back, so I'm just not loving that. I will say that I feel like the waistband in the extra small leggings fits better than the bikers. I feel like it's got a little bit more tummy control. It also feels tighter in the leg and glute area. So for that, I would say if in between, size up, especially in the leggings. But again, over time, again, this material does kind of stretch out. If you don't like it snug, I would definitely size up in the leggings. As snug as like the Scrunch sculpt, minus just like you don't have the compression, but like my calves and like right here definitely feel a little bit too tight, and it feels like it's kind of pulling the waistband down. Again, the biker shorts, I feel like that's definitely my favorite because I feel like it's also more flattering on the glutes. We've got the sticker in, and this color again is sheer. You can see it, so if you want to go with the darker colors, if you're worried about sheerness in the back, it's just, even when standing, it's gaping. I feel like they should have made the back seam a little bit higher, sorry, the back waistband a little bit higher, but also bringing it in about like maybe even an inch, to be honest. Yeah. Sticker test. As you can see, like it's just like because this area is snug, it's pulling the waistband down, which I think is what's creating that gaping. And then we have powder blue in the leggings. I got these in an extra small. We will try these on, do the sticker test. I can already tell you, is a past sticker test, but I'd still do legs in these in a nude thong. But if you have a tattoo, you will see it. The leg part is much stretchier in the blue than the others, so it's a lot easier to get it up your legs and the scrunch in the cheeks. So I wish they were all like that, just with like the more compressive waistband. Also, because the leg part isn't as compressive, I feel like it's not gaping as much. It's still gaping, but I don't feel like it's constantly being pulled down like the other ones, because this area is just so tight. So yeah, I still feel like the waistband needs to be brought in and higher, but I think the material, like because it's stretchier in the blue, I'd say the blue leggings fit the best. You can see the sticker, so it is a sheer color, this one in mineral gray, but I'd still do legs in these comfortably. And then we have grayish, which is like this brownish gold with like brown, darker brown flecks inside. Definitely, these two are definitely my favorite colors. I would say this one fits a little bit more snug. Same with the dusty olive than the other two. And this again, leggings, I would say to size up. Shorts, I would say only if in between you can size up. Like I feel like you can definitely get away with sticking to your normal size in the shorts. However, the leggings are running quite snug. But again, I do want to say if you do size up, I personally had the issue of in the small, while the leg area being perfect, the waistband was just doing absolutely nothing, was too big, and then gaping even when just standing, not squatting. So yeah, bit of a bummer. I'm not sure the price, I'm gonna guess 50, and the shorts around the 40 range. Now we'll move into bras. So I got a small and extra small to compare, and again, sizing even in the bras is running really inconsistent because I tried on, the first bra I tried on was in the blue, and it was so big, I hated it. I was like, get this off me. Like nipples falling out, it was that bad. Straps are not adjustable. It's this, what do you even call this? Not a Y back. No, it is called Y back. Y back bra in powder blue, extra small. It does have removable cups, which I like. But even when I first pulled it out of the package, I was like, why is it so wide? For an extra small, it was just, this was very, very wide. I already, like as soon as I saw it, I already knew I was gonna get gaping. When I put it on, sure enough, a lot of gaping, to the point where I would not feel comfortable working out in this, even upper body. lower body, no. No. Straps are too long, so it just can, and because it's a slick material, it slides. So it just feels like it could go way too low to where my whole entire boob would just pop out. And when I was filming a reel, my nipple did pop out. Like, not even like almost, like it literally, I bent over to fix my shoe and I came back up and noticed that my entire nipple was out. So for that, I will not be wearing these to the gym, and I do not recommend. It is low support, it's in between, 100% size down. Unfortunately, they don't have extra small as an option, so I couldn't size down. But the blue fit definitely ran the biggest, because when I tried on the other colors, the mineral gray and the grayish, while it was still too wide and still digs into my armpit, it did fit more snug. Still got gaping, but it was like the straps fit a lot better. So something about the blue is just very ill-fitting. Even in this, I still don't know if I would spend my own money on it, because I'm still getting gaping. I'm still getting too much fabric in my armpits because it's too wide. Also would have preferred the straps to be adjustable, but I just feel like the design is really boring. If I'm being completely honest, like I feel like so many brands are really elevating and coming out with unique pieces and unique bras that to me this is just like, there's just nothing cute about it or special or unique. It's just a normal seamless bra that's honestly still low support. I really wish they'd come out with more cute minimal designs. Same material as the leggings. I feel like the blue is a little bit slicker, less stiff feeling than the dark colors. 89% polyamide, 11% elastane. And I got a small in the carbon gray, and the small just no, immediate no. Like, I just got it because I wanted to compare, but way too big for me. Way too much fabric in my armpits, the band, like there's just zero support. Straps are too long, but I wanted to pop a side by side and measurements of the small versus extra small bra, just so you have that information. Here is the small bra. And honestly, I feel like this is even more compressive than the blue. Still too big for my liking, but like the blue ran so big. And again, I feel like dark fabrics for Lazuli are like known to like be a little bit more compressive, but I'm still getting the gaping. Still too much like fabric in my armpit, and I just know this seams after wearing for a while are gonna start to irritate me. Straps too long, I wish they were adjustable. Like it just slides and I have to keep pulling it up, or else, I'm not kidding, my nipple will literally fall out. Low support, it's just this like ribbed band under here. It does have removable cups. And again, the back looks like this. I definitely wouldn't size up in this bra. Yeah. So again, this, I just want to show exactly how big the blue was running. Honestly, this blue might have been mislabeled. Hold up. No. But the blue fits perfectly with the small. Like the waistband is the same. So maybe the blue just got mislabeled. Because again, the blue top was running a lot bigger than this. So I think that's exactly what happened, because even like right here is the exact same. So if in between, or not even if in between, size down in this bra, it runs big. Maybe avoid the blue, because if this got mislabeled, I don't know how many others got mislabeled. So yeah, where's the small? Because I feel like the other colors are running more similar, because like see how the different, like that's what the extra small versus small should have been, whereas I feel like the blue is 100% mislabeled. But even in the extra small, the straps are too long. I'm getting gaping, too much extra fabric in the armpit. Like it's just too wide. I wish the straps were adjustable. And again, the design just really isn't that enticing. I don't feel like there's no wow factor. And it's not even like it's crazy high support. So just, yeah, I wish they would come out with cuter bras. Okay, so now we're gonna do the color comparisons for the new powder blue to the rest of the Lazuli blues that have dropped. So here is the new powder blue to glacier blue. So this is the color I would say it's most similar to, but it's still a little bit lighter. But they're both marl. Then to sky blue. Persian blue, which is the V-Seam 2.0, and periwinkle blue. Definitely mix and match the blues, that's for sure. So I can't find any. Oh, I can't find my taupe brown or truffle brown. I know I compared it. What drop was it? I compared it to something a while ago, like maybe a Buff Bunny drop, but now I can't find them anywhere. So if I can find them, I'll pop in a photo. All right, so here's the new grayish to bone gray, neutral green, ash gray, spiced brown, truffle or taupe, but I'll try to put, like, if I don't post the photo on like the YouTube video, because I'm trying to get this up ASAP, it'll be on my Instagram. There's, I think this was called Moonlight, their basics collection. Elephant, I think they changed it. It was elephant skin, and I'm pretty sure they renamed it because, yeah. Mineral gray to Moonlight, elephant, spiced brown, ash gray, bone gray, has a little bit more warmth to it, and then neutral green. Okay, and then here is aloe gray to mineral gray, and then grayish to aloe gray. Now we're gonna do color comparisons for carbon gray, and I would say it's most similar to dark charcoal gray of the Scrunch Sculpt. But again, it's a little bit darker, but I feel like in certain lighting, they both kind of have like a green tint to it. Here is charcoal gray, gunmetal gray. This is moss green, and then aloe gray, jet gray, which was like very green, to be honest, more green than gray. And then here's the side by side of the dark olive. All right, and then we're gonna compare it to pieces from the basics. So here's the carbon gray to the peat, and then the dark olive. Color comparisons to the new dusty olive. Here's the basics dark olive. Jet gray, this one's just a little bit lighter, and then peat from the basics, aloe gray, moss green. I think this is called like dark forest, deep forest green. I can't even remember, but it's an old Scrunch Sculpt. And then to dark charcoal gray. Okay, so that is everything that is launching. We've got the bikers, leggings, and the sports bras. 5 colors. Again, March 21st at 7 p.m. GMT. I will have all the time zones right here so you guys don't miss out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Code Bailey will also save you 10% off your order. And if you do use it, please let me know so I can personally say thank you. It truly means so much, and it helps me be able to put these reviews out for you guys and continue to work with them. If you do use it, make sure to screenshot and enter my monthly giveaway for a chance to win some gift cards or a care package. See you guys in my next video. Bye.